したの。居場所？あんたも待ってる人がいるんだから、居場所があるんだから探していくといいわ。それが一番いいものなんだから。
Hello, that is the wrong screen. Give me a moment. That's better. Let me just. There we go. Hi. Welcome to stream. Um, things are a little bit different. I must say. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure of something. I think that's just. There we go. I might do this stream a completely different way at some point, but, yeah. Hi, welcome to stream. Things are a little bit different. I have my game laid out in a slightly different way. So I'm using both monitors to actually, work on this, because I rearranged the layout of my room, and I, have different things set up to be like, you know. Well, let me just explain. So, I have the viewport of the entire game on one monitor, which I'll get to what all this is in a second. And then on my other monitor, I have all of my, like, all my stuff. So, like, if I open up my character, it'll pop up here. I have, like, all my code here. Oh, you can't actually see that, can you? Well, that's a problem. Well, if I put the tab here, why did... Okay, well, you could see that. But why did the viewport... Oh! Okay, so this is the viewport tab, or the level tab, which has the viewport, but if I switch tabs to Jimmy, the viewport closes on the other monitor. That's weird. But if I have Jimmy out on its own window, you guys can't see it, but I have the level up still. Because it's open underneath. That's weird. Oh, I'm gonna have to update that. Well, luckily we're not doing any real coding today. We're actually not even gonna really be in Unreal Engine today. The only reason we're really in Unreal Engine is so that I could show off what I did off stream to sort of block out the layout of this level I'm working on. So this is the Beast Turf. It's like a vast desert canyon. You can see the sun back there is really huge. I want to at some point add like a post-processing effect to get like those like heat waves, like that like heat distortion that you'd see in like when the character transitions over to Mexico. You know how the screen gets slightly more sepia tone and you start to see like heat waves and stuff. Just a trope they do. But yeah. Let me show you what I got. Basically, and I might want to open up a new level in order to show you how exactly I did all this, because it's a very different way from how I've been building up these levels so far. But let me just run around first so that you can actually see it. I added a... that looks very weird. But I added a light source in front of the player. Let me actually make it a bit better. Give me 1 second. Let me just drag the light source a bit further away. I had a light source in front of the player because it's dark in here. But yeah, I basically added, just like, because you can add like primitive objects in, this new version of Unreal. You can just place blocks down and then just like basically 3D model within the engine. So I've just been kind of using that to block out the layout of this level. Essentially, think of it like I sculpted in quotes, the basic layout of what I want this level to look like. So it kind of like you come down this this path here, and in front of you there's this like gaping hole, and you can like go around the edge, and then there's like these caves here, which is where these like beasts are gonna live. So you can go in like one of these caves, and you can just run around. And I'm so proud of how all this looks so far. But yeah, you can just kind of run around. It's very big, and I don't know if that's something I want to update in the future. But yeah, we can keep going. If we go down here, down in there in that cave is sort of like where the king of this world is gonna live. So let me just run over there. I don't know why it's lit inside there. Wait, did I add? Oh no, that's weird. That's just Unreal Engine doing Unreal things. But you could go in here. It's very dark. I want to add like some light sources in here at some point, like maybe some torches or whatever. Yeah, there's the entrance. You can just run around. This is a very huge cave for probably a very huge guy. But yeah, this is just like, again, I'll show you how I did this. This is just literally me just blocking out, just like putting like cubes and stuff, and then cutting them out using other shapes. But yeah, let me open up a new level. Let me get rid of the light source on Jimmy real quick. Give me a moment. Oh yeah, and real quick, I just want to, there we go. Because after I'm done explaining this, I'm probably just going to get into focus mode, and I don't want to strain my voice too bad. Let me just make a new level real quick. I'm not going to save it or anything, but if we just do that. So this is what I did, basically, was yeah, this layout's gonna suck for streaming if I have to keep switching back and forth between this layout and the other one. But I could do that. Okay. But yeah, I could go up here into modeling mode, and then you see here I have, like, I can place primitives in the scene. So I can, you know, have boxes, cylinders, stuff like that. So you see that. Let me switch back over. So I could place like a box, for example, and then I can just scale it to like 1,000, for example. And then if I switch back, I could go into I think it's mesh model. It's under model. I could go to polygroup edit, and then what that lets me do is I could just like click on faces and just literally like just start modeling, just like adjusting the shape of all these like faces. I could adjust like the different edges, and then I can like move points around. I can literally just like start modeling, and I can like, there's options over here, like I could extrude faces, I could select multiple, I can like insert edge loops like I could in Blender. This is actually a pretty neat like thing I can do. And then basically I'll describe how I made those caves. So what I did was like I just blocked out, like, so this is like a big rock formation, for example. So I can just like do that, And then what I did was, let me get rid of the floor here. Oops, hold on. Oh, I didn't actually save the edits I made. Oh well. Let me just. I just need a big cube. That's all I need. So I do this. And like that's fine. That's all good. Actually, no. I don't want it like that. So this is like, sorry, it's I don't know why it's a bit hard for me to explain, but okay, so like this is one of the walls. This is like one of the cliffs, for example, right? And then just what I did was I just duplicated it and just kind of like rotated it, and I just kind of mushed them together like that. I'm trying to explain for people who watch this in the future, or for myself in the future to reference. So I want to explain it as best as I can. And like I can take this, and then like I don't even have to scale it in like edit mode. I could just scale it like that, and then I could adjust like, if I want to adjust the position of this anchor point here, because by default it's like over here weirdly. What I do is I come over here, and I think it's under X form, edit pivot. So I can click that, and then I can take, so it's giving me a gizmo where the pivot point is, and then I can just move it to wherever I want it to. And then there we go, right? I forget what I have to do. Oh, and I can just align it to like depending on the mesh. So like I can align it to like the center, the bottom, the top, all that stuff. Right, and then just over here on the bottom, I just hit accept, and then boom, there it is. Oh, since it's referencing the same object, it also did it for these as well. That's fine. I can just do that. It's no big deal. So I just like put that down. Okay. But yeah. So how I made those caves was I added a sphere. Add a sphere. Just plop that down, and then I want the radius to be like really big. I just kind of plopped it in the wall there. There it is. And then what I could do is I can duplicate it. Just like kind of put a few around here. So like that, whatever. It's as long as it's like cutting through the wall like that, there doesn't even need to be anything behind it. Just kind of like that. And then what I could do is I could select all these, and then if I come over here, it would be under voxel merge. I could do that, and then that just merges them all together. But like, actually, I don't even need to do that yet. I think I could just, under mesh, I could go union, and that just literally like, it takes all the objects and just makes them one without merging them together. So they're all exactly how they are. They're just, instead of there being 5 spheres, there's one object. But it's the exact same. It doesn't deform the mesh or anything. Like, each sphere is still, unless it, I think it actually does cut it off where it intersects. But yeah, so that's all one object now. And then what I can do is I can, under like deform, I can click on displace, and then that just puts like a noise texture over it, so I could just like adjust the intensity, like, I don't know, like there, change like the seed. I think I could make it bigger, right? I could change the amount of subdivisions it gives it, so like I could do that, and then I can raise the intensity. like, that's fine. I can hit accept. And then I can, for example, go into, like, vertex sculpt. And then I can actually, like, smooth some of this out. I can actually do, like, sculpting and stuff. I just realized you're not actually seeing this. I am going to have to adjust the way the stream layout works. But yeah, I'm on vertex sculpt right now. I can literally, just like in Blender, I can hold shift to smooth. And then I can, like, just click and drag to sculpt out a thing. And because instead of doing voxel merge, I just did like the mesh merge option. It's giving me some of these like weird like seams, but I think I can well, I can it's like, yeah, I can smooth it. I can do that. I can accept. I can under voxel, I think it's voxel wrap, since it's one object, and then that gives it its own like amount of vertices and stuff. So like there's no seams or anything. So I can just hit accept on that, and then come back to deform, go to vertex sculpt, and then there we go. I can like smooth this out. I can like lower the size, lower the strength, just kind of like mark in some walls. I can like do all that. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I hit accept, and then what I did was I basically added a cube in order to actually turn this into a cave. I just add a box. I'll just like put it there, and then I will align it. I'll just go into polygroup edit. Let me select like this face. I just gotta make sure it encapsulates the entirety of this cave here. So there we go. There we go. And then what I can do is, in order for it to cut out of this wall, well, I think what I could do is, I can't exactly remember how I did this, but I take that cube and this wall, and I can just union them together. And then, so now that's one object. So now I take this and I take my my cave, and then what I can do is mesh cut. I think that's what I want. Yeah. So let me just go back, hit cancel. So right here under model, I can just hit mesh cut. And then that literally cuts out a hole in the shape of the cave that I made within the wall and within this cube. So then I can just hit accept. And then what I gotta do, once it's done, is I gotta take this and delete it. And then take this cutout that it made and delete that. And there we go. We have a cave. That's how it works. I can just put like a point light in there, so you can see it better. But yeah, as you can see, we have a fully functional cave. Let me just make this light a bit brighter so you can see it better. There you go. Yeah. And there's like, it has like full mesh collision, which, seeing as there's all these vertices, is not exactly great for processing times, but when you're just blocking out your scene, it gets the job done. And I'm very proud of, because I didn't like follow a tutorial for this, I just kind of figured this out just by messing with it, and I'm very proud of how it turns out. So yeah, that's basically how I did the caves for like all for my level. So let me go back into this level here. Right. Then basically what I did was, so as I was blocking out, I was placing like all these cubes and all these like primitive objects and stuff. What I then did was I selected all of them, and I just did a voxel merge on all the objects. And then what I did too was, right, so when you are modeling and you're placing down like primitives, you want to set this option up here, instead of it being a static mesh, change it to a dynamic mesh. That way when you're just placing down primitives, it doesn't generate a static mesh for each and every single primitive you make, even ones that you're going to delete. So you can see over here, I have this folder called generated. That holds the static mesh for this big object I made when I merged them all together. But like when you place down static meshes, it just puts them in this generated folder, like just like a huge list of them. So you want to make it a dynamic mesh, so when you're placing them, it doesn't just make a bunch of static meshes that are just gonna live in your folder, and you're gonna forget to delete them, and it's gonna be bad. And then what you do is when you do your voxel merge, I think there's an option. There's something I did. I can't remember. I think it was convert. Yeah. Okay. So after doing the voxel merge, I just went to Xform and then went to convert, and then you can convert it to whatever. So I converted it from a dynamic mesh to a static mesh, and then that put it in this generated folder, which I then used to, I right-clicked, Asset Actions, Export, and then I was able to export it and put it into Blender. So yeah, that's basically what I did off-stream. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to just come in here. This is not it. This is it. This is the exported like level layout that I made, which I then went into sculpt mode. And I turned on dynamic topology, and I just kind of like just sculpted some like rock ridges and stuff like that. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to just basically I just made a bunch of planes that shrink wrap onto this sculpted mesh, and we are going to just sort of roughly build up this area. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be willing to go for. I'm already starting late, but we're just gonna kind of get as much done as possible. We just set all these two in front so that I can see them better. There we go. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of chill now. Just kind of do it. So I've just been like, I'll add a plane, and then I'll just put it down, align it to the surface, and then just set it in front, and then let's see, what did I do first? Subdivision, then shrink wrap, then solidify. So I'll just subdivision, and then shrink wrap. There we go. So I'll just, suppose I'll hide you and you. I'll probably just have this plane go all the way around the perimeter of this area. So yeah, I'll be honest, lately I've been getting pretty bad at, not streaming as much as I want to. Let me just... Oh, so there's like a little extrusion there. I think I want to make a separate object to deal with that. So I'll just kind of work my way around it. But yeah, all I want to say is, I don't know why I keep thinking of, like, I think my main problem is I keep thinking of streaming as, like, this thing that I need to, like, put effort into. And I really don't want it to feel that way, because, like, it's like, that's the literal whole point of working on this game, is to give me... Because I had an idea in my head, and I just wanted to make it, to learn something new, and just kind of do it. And streaming was meant to be a way to motivate me to kind of do that. But for some reason, I don't know, just felt like I'll just like when I made a schedule for myself, I would wake up, cause like I'll feel like terrible when I wake up, and cause my sleep schedule sucks. I hate my sleep schedule so bad. Mainly because my body just kind of wants to sleep and wake up whenever it wants. And using an alarm literally doesn't help. Like, I'll have the dang thing, like, right next to my ear, and I'll still sleep right through it. It's the dumbest thing. So, like, I'll feel terrible when I sleep through when I want to start streaming. So, like, my goal was I wanted to try and wake up at, like, 3:30 or 4, like, consistently. But lately I've been waking up at, like, 5 and 6, and I'm like, that sucks because that doesn't give me much time in the day to, like, do stuff. And especially when I have a stream schedule, it's just like, I just sleep right through it. But, these streams are meant to be like a fun way to motivate me to work on this game. So I just figure I want to try and keep, like, maybe Monday, Friday, and then Saturday going for a stream schedule, but, like, I'm gonna be a bit more loose when I start. Whether I start at 4 or whether I start at 6. I'll just... Because, like, I'm not trying to grow an audience or whatever. I mean, I want more people to know about what I'm doing here. Just because it'd be nice. But, like, that's not really a main goal. So I'll just kind of keep it loose and just be like, just whenever I want to. I think, should I have this? I'm thinking of, like, maybe extruding this down here and having this continue. I'll just do the entire floor, I suppose. And that includes, like, into these caves and stuff. But yeah. It's just like, another thing too is like, when I don't stream for a while, I'll get into this mindset where like streaming becomes intimidating for me again instead of it being routine. Where it's like, I feel like, especially when people join, I gotta be like the content like funny man. And it's like, I've seen so many streams, and I used to think this was like a really bad thing, but I've seen so many streams where like people are working on something and they're just like silent. And they'll just like, I mean, they'll respond to chat, but like they'll just be working on a thing and they'll just be like silent and like focused. They're not like trying to make content. They're not trying to like do comedy, which like, to be fair, might not draw in a lot of viewers, but like, it's something that they do to motivate them to work on a project. So, and it's exhausting trying to be like the content like funny man. Cause like I do that enough on Cole streams. So I just gotta like, and I know I've said this before, I think if I, real quick, if I turn on backface culling, okay. I do want to get rid of this box. I wonder if there's a good way for me to do that. If I could just like... Okay, and then... Can I just literally... Okay, sick. Alright, cool. So now I have backface culling on so I can actually see inside this cave. But if I... Yeah, that's gonna... Actually, no, it isn't. I was gonna say, I thought that would put it on top of the cave still, but it's actually not. That's perfect. But what was I saying? Just that, like, it's exhausting to, especially when you don't get a lot of viewers anyway, to try and be, like, you know, constantly talking and constantly, like, entertaining and stuff. So, like I said, I know I said this before, but I want to try and have these streams be more chill, and that might involve me not talking as much, which is literally why I have that command there. Like, obviously, if you're in chat and you want to say hi, or you want to wonder, like, what I'm working on and stuff, like, I'll obviously respond. But I just gotta make streaming just, like, more loose, more something I want to do as opposed to something I'm obligated to do, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm just not going to worry about talking as much, probably starting now, if I'm being honest. This is actually kind of nice, like, instead of having my thoughts be all internal, just, like, having an outlet where, like, I could just externalize, like, thoughts that pop in my head. Because that's like, it's cool because like, since I'm streaming, now I can like reference things I've literally like been thinking about. That's literally all I have to say about that topic, I think. Just like when a thought pops in my head, instead of just having it remain a thought, I say it. I think that's all I wanted to say about that. I think my point is I think that also helps me focus. Hopefully this will work because, like, as far as collision goes, I think it will. Just it being a plane like this. I'm just curious what happens if I do that. Yeah, you know, I think I'll leave it on Catmull Clark for the subdivision, just to get these like smooth edges here, because it doesn't have to go exactly to the border of the thing, because I'll make another plane that like kind of covers it up, and like I'll make like rocks and stuff that kind of go where you can see like some of these seams and stuff. But yeah, this is gonna be a bit tricky trying to get it here. Okay, I think that worked out pretty well. Let me just add a few. That's fine. I just gotta kinda come under here real quick. I think I gotta get rid of this too, just so I can see better. I'll keep the top portion of this, just want to get rid of this. There we go. That'll work. That's much better. Oh God, please. Every time I stream, I swear. Cause it sucks too, cause like, this is around the time I wake up. So like, you know, me sleeping during the day is probably having an effect on my body. This is why I always say I think I'm allergic to streaming or whatever. It's cause I always start stream in my morning, like right when I wake up, so like my body doesn't have time to like get over that like morning sickness or whatever, go through its like morning processes of like just waking up. So I think that's one of the reasons why I always like, I'm always sick on, you know, these streams or whatever. I mean, lately it hasn't really been as bad. Because it's like, that's another thing that's been stressing me out too, is like, I always feel like I have to stream the minute I wake up. Like, I don't even have time to do like a morning routine or anything. I wake up, I gotta stream. I'm obligated to stream. And it's like, no, I just want to work on my game. That's literally, this is fun for me, and I want to keep it fun for me. So, it's another reason why I want to be a bit more loose and relaxed with the time I start, is I want to give myself time to, if I wake up, even if I wake up late, I just want to give my body enough time to go through its morning, you know, grossness, and then I could just, once I feel good and I want to stream, then I'll stream. And if I don't want to stream, then I won't. Just to keep it fun for me. And the problem with that too is, well, I'll say that. I'll be like, oh, if I want to stream, I want to stream. If I don't want to stream, I don't want to stream. And like, I want to keep it loose and, you know, less of an obligation, more of a thing I want to do. And it's like, I'll say that, and then I'll go like for like a week being like, oh, I really don't want to stream. Like, I really don't want to stream. And then I'll just leave my game untouched for like 2 weeks. So I can't have that happen. But also I don't want to make streaming feel like an obligation. So it's kind of a struggle. But yeah, I think I've got this area mapped out pretty well. So now what I'll do is let me just raise the amount of subdivision. Let me shade smooth for one, and then I'll just raise the amount of subdivisions to have it shrink wrap onto the thing here. Maybe I won't have it be that high. Looks like this is acting up a little bit. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, these vertices obviously aren't affecting it. If I move you like there, I mean, it's fine if that's the thing, just like a little bit, I suppose. What if I come in here and go to sculpt mode and just kind of smooth this out a little bit? Wait, huh? Wait. Huh? Wait, hold on. Wait, huh? What the heck? Why does that say none? What? Yeah, it works. Huh? What? Wait. Why does that say none? What do you mean none? Huh? Okay, well, I smoothed it. I think that was the problem. What the heck? Why did that say none? Wait, why does that say none? What? Am I insane? Give me 1 second. Oh shoot. Give me a second. No. gotta take a sec to open. Okay, there we go. Oh, there it is. The icon for the brush just said none. I've never seen that before. That's so weird. That was so weird. Okay, anyway, hi, welcome. We're back. Yeah, that was very weird. Okay. So this is looking good. Let me just add a solidify. Just to give it some thickness. Just make the offset like 0. And there we go, that works. So now I just want to do the same for these walls here. And I'm thinking maybe I'll just have these walls be one object. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. This I kind of want to have come up a little bit more. There we go. That's better. There we go. That works. Maybe I do just want to smooth out some of these areas that have a really bad, like, creasing issue. I don't want to do this too much, but I think that should be fine. Let me just come over here. Yeah, this area looks fine. And then in here. Yeah, that looks good. So let me start with some of these walls now. And just kind of do the same. And I kind of want to like grab a snack or something, but I don't know exactly what to have, and I want to have loud eating noises on the mic. I'll just kind of make this wall cover up the cave, and then I'll make an opening for it in a bit. And then I want these to overlap. I'm wondering... that'll be fine. I'll worry about that in a bit. And some of these gaps that are going to be open on the ground here, I'll probably cover up with like rocks and stuff. For now, I'll just use like Megascans rocks. But if I can get my own, I will. You know, I actually, like an insane man, I picked up a bunch of, well, not like an insane man. This is more tame, but a while ago, I took a walk around the apartment complex, and I picked up a bunch of rocks, like just off the asphalt, and I just put them all in a bag, and they've been sitting on my windowsill for literally ever since. I haven't done anything with them. I just have a bag of rocks and nobody knows. And I'm not gonna mention it to anyone. So if Cole ever finds out, he's gonna the way he's gonna find out is he's gonna watch this stream, which he's not gonna, unless he's here now. But yeah, nobody knows I have a secret bag of rocks on my windowsill. Or unless I turn this moment into a clip and I make it a featured clip. But that'll never happen, will it? Nah, that'll never happen. I never added any modifiers to this. First read subdivision. Let me make this the simple version, and then let me shrink wrap to you. Right, yeah, there's the cave opening. We just I'm not going to worry about getting the top of this because I don't think the player will be able to get up here anyway, so it should be fine. And if I want to add more caves to these walls, I think what I could do is I can just literally carve the cave into this mesh, and then well, I'll just carve out the cave, and then probably import it, and then, I don't know, I'll be able to figure it out. Import it into here, and then just kind of update this mesh. Like, I'll have all this mesh saved, so I'll be able to update it if I need to. Yeah, there's another cave opening in this wall right here, so I gotta account for that. Trying to make this look a little bit more. Ooh boy. And then, in some cases, what I'll do in order to get these to overlap a little bit better is I'll select all these vertices and assign them to a vertex group, and then I'll just take, like, for example, this edge of vertices and just remove them, and then I'll come to the shrink wrap modifier and have it only affect the vertex group. So now the vertices that aren't affected, I can just kind of push into the wall a little bit, so that they sort of overlap better, and then I can do the same over here. I could just remove these and just kind of slide them in like that, and then I can probably bring this up a little bit. We're listening to a new radio. I found this radio. I literally just typed in Sonic Lo-Fi, because I'm like, Sonic has lo-fi. Sonic is known for having lo-fi remixes of its songs, and Sonic is known for having a lot of, like, remixes of their songs in, like, many different genres. So I'm like, there's gotta be some lo-fi remixes of their songs, and sure enough, here they are. This is a really good radio. This is by, I think Melody Zone is who they're called. Yeah, this is what I'm listening to. Melody Zone. It's a pretty chill radio. Just to listen to something a little bit different. this corner should be fine. I'll just probably cover it up with a rock or something. And this I want to make a thing for. But yeah, let me work on these cave openings now. So probably start by adding some loot cuts over there. And then add a loot cut there. And then we'll just kind of trace over where this cave is located. And we'll just kind of take these points and smooth it out a little bit. And then, just delete these faces. Might want to make this align a little bit better. It's fine if the walls are a little bit jagged. And yeah, shading it smooth makes it look not too bad. And I just want to add another loop cut here just to kind of smooth out this area. And then just to even it out, just kind of do that. Now I'm wondering if I should make all these walls separate objects. I don't know. Just to kind of make it even, I'm gonna put a loop cut up there as well. I don't fully know. Well, I'll just build it out and then I will if I need to. Right here, there's another cave opening, so let me work on that. There we go. That looks pretty good. That still looks good over here. There's a tiny bit of stretching. And that's just caused by, I could just move these vertices a little bit closer, and it's no big deal. Just add a loop cut there. that's fine. Over here, though, well, actually, this is a little bit sus. There we go. Over here, oops, I did not mean to click on that. Over here's a little bit more sus. I just gotta move these around a little bit. Yeah, especially right here. Let me add a loop cut right there. Just kind of smooth that out a little bit. That should work. It feels kind of bad because, like, I don't want to have all these points, but I'm also wondering if I can get away with having all these points, because I'm not going to be able to make my own collision for this. What I'm going to end up doing is using the mesh as the collision. And because of that, I don't want there to be too many points on the mesh. But as far as, like, the wall goes, I'm wondering if I can just get away with having this wall have no collision, and then making my own, like, blocking volumes that are just, like, cubes, just kind of going around it. So as far as the walls go, I don't need mesh collision. I can make my own for the walls, but as far as the floor goes, that's what I'm going to need to use the mesh for. And it's not going to be this heavily subdivided. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bake the subdivision into a normal map. And then go from there. Hopefully that'll work. Man. So I'll probably, like, I'll get rid of the subdivision and then apply. Well, the only modifier. Well, I'll apply the shrink wrap and the solidify modifiers. Well, the only problem is, well, that's something I'll figure out when I get to it. It's a bridge I'll cross when I get there. Be no big deal. It's like, my point is these modifiers aren't going to be permanent. There's going to be some changes made when we do the final thing. As far as these walls go, yeah, I want to subdivide them a lot more. Just to get that detail of the rocks there. Some of these creases, I'm a little bit sus of. Come on. There we go. Okay. So let's have the max subdivision be like 3. And then I'll place loop cuts along here just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's better. There we go. And again, I know that's a lot of points. But when I actually end up making the collision for this, I'll just have there be no collision at all for this, and then I'll just make my own, like, cube blocking volumes, and that'll be fine. But yeah, it looks good. There we go. So we got the wall going all the way around. Now I'm just gonna work on these walls here. Shoot, I might want to make myself a light snack before I continue. So yeah, just give me a minute. I'll be right back, and I don't know, I'll probably just make like a sandwich or something. Give me a moment. I will be right back. something to eat. Alright, sorry about that. That was a bit of an intermission there. I just went and heated myself up a breakfast sandwich. Just a Jimmy Dean's English muffin breakfast sandwich. And it's pretty good. It's still hot. I also got some cookies. I'll try and keep it quiet, but I apologize if you could hear that on the mic. Yeah, right now I'm just gonna keep adding planes and just sort of keep filling out this area here. And again, as per the command, I might not be talking as much. It's just gonna be more chill. So. I just hope this all works in the end. This is because this is that words. This is another thing that I'm just kind of improving. I'm not basing this off of any like tutorial or anything. I'm just kind of experimenting with how I feel about doing this. So, like I said, I hope this works. That's an idea that could work, but I don't think that's how I want to go about doing this. So I just want this to be a big, like, rock protruding out of this kind of thing, but I don't fully know how to do that. Oh boy. Guess yeah, this is what I'll do. I'll just do that. Just to kind of get these edges smoothed a little bit. That'll work. And then I can, probably later I'll sculpt it so it looks a little bit more like a rock, but I think that works for now. Actually, I don't know. I'll leave that open like that so I know to put like a Megascans rock over it or something. Again, apologies if there are any eating noises on the stream. That's good though. That's exactly what I needed. I always thought Sonic Frontiers had some very interesting and neat ideas. It's a shame that they weren't really executed that well. I wanted so bad to enjoy Sonic Frontiers, and I played through the whole thing. I didn't play through any, I think it has like DLC now. I didn't play through any of that, but I did beat the game properly. Man, it had so many neat ideas. It's just done in not a very good way, like a rushed, like unpolished, like seemingly unfinished way. But man, the soundtrack is so good. I love it. Even the edgy, like, I don't think it's Crush 40, but like the like hard rock boss themes, God, I love those so much. I gotta listen to them again. They're so good. I'll worry about the cave opening in a bit. finished eating my my Jimmy Dean's. It was very delicious. Now I have the energy to possibly finish this. I want to, before I end stream today, because we still got a lot of time, I want to try and finish, I guess this is retopology, retopologizing the entirety of this mesh I laid out here, and then I don't know. I'll see how I feel about, because I have to give a texture and like UV unwrap all this stuff as well. I don't know if I want to save that for another stream or... I don't know. Maybe I won't do it now. But maybe I'll just focus on getting all this retopologized at least. And then next stream I can worry about doing the texturing. And I say next stream and I mean it because, I don't know, even if I decide I want to do it tomorrow, even though there's, you know, I don't have the viewer count out, so I don't know if there are any viewers, but, even though there's really not that many people here, this is a bit better, like a better vibe for the stream for me. Like I feel a lot better about this stream than I have about most streams now that I'm reminding myself that I don't have to be the content funny man constantly, because that's exhausting, especially when I want to just focus on a project like this. So if I do decide to stream tomorrow, or if I decide I just want to relax, because I almost I'm almost finished with BioShock, so I might want to play that for a bit. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Let me just smooth some of these out real quick. I think that looks good. We got this cave opening here. That looks good. I think I could do two. Yeah, these are a little messed up. Let me just... I think it's just because when I made the loop cuts, the vertices are actually, like, pulled out like that, so I just gotta actually snap them to the face so it doesn't bug out like that. I think that looks pretty good. And again, I'm not as worried about there being too many points on this since this is a wall. So that should be fine. Alright, looks good. This is coming together. This is looking really good. We just add a solidify. Oh baby. Adding the solidify seemed to have messed things up a little bit. if I only do it like that? That's better. Just smooth that out a little bit. And like even for stuff like this, I could just like put a rock over it and it'll be fine. There we go. Alright, so that's the lower level walls pretty much done. And yeah, this is coming together pretty well. I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out so far. This is actually coming together really nicely. I'm gonna do something real quick. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. I'm making use of my standing desk that I've had all this time. And I've never really put it to that much use. So yeah, now I'm standing. So yeah, let's excuse me. Let's work on some of these caves a little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll just add a continuous wall that, or a continuous mesh that covers the walls and the ceiling. I won't have them, the only thing I'll have be a separate object is the floor. So let me just do that. Let me get rid of the grid. Floor. Thank you. There we go. So I'll outline the walls first, just like roughly, and then I will connect to the ceiling. Then what I'll do is I'll just draw an outline for how I want the ceiling to connect. So I'll just do that, and then I guess I'll just slowly connect the ceiling as I go. Actually, no. Better idea. Add a loop cut there. and then connect these. There we go. And I'll put a point there. And I'll add a loop cut, and then I'll connect those. So now, should probably add a loop cut there too. So that's a face, that's a face, that's a face, and then right here. There we go. Beautiful. Got something going here. Oops. That's weird. Man, you know, like I've been saying before, I don't want these streams to be like, you know, part of any algorithm or trying to, you know, chase follower numbers and do all that. These streams are literally meant to be, as I keep saying, a documentary of the progress of how this game's going, and a way to motivate me to keep working on it. With all that being said, I do have some fun ideas for if I ever get affiliate. I've seen some streamers, like, because I'm mostly thinking about the channel points. I don't know, I'm not going to connect, like, my bank account to Twitch or anything. I'm not going to make any money off these streams. If anyone wants to support me, they can do it on Ko-Fi. But, I've just mostly been thinking about, like, what I want to use channel points for. Because, like, I've seen some streamers, make it so that, like, viewers can spend channel points to just, like, play with their stream. Just have a little, like, sandbox playground, like, in their stream that viewers can just, like, do stuff in while the streamer's doing their own thing. Like, I'd probably have, like, a channel point redemption to, like, change the background color, or, like, throw physics objects on the screen, or do stuff like that. And I'm like, that seems like so much fun, or, like, add PNGs to the stream. I'm like, God, that could be fun. That could be so fun. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Alright, I should probably add the modifiers to this now. I've been fiddling with it for way too long. Shrink wrap. There we go. Yeah. And then we solidify. And for some of these gaps, I'll probably put, like, rocks and stuff. And oops, again, did not mean to do that. And again, because these are walls, I'm not worried about how many points this has. I think that works. I'm just kind of adding loop cuts to even out the way I want this to look, and I think it's looking pretty good. And then if I bring this back down to like 1 or 0, then I'll be able to bake a normal map of what I want the higher details to look like. Alright. We press on. We got 2 more caves to do. Literally, we just got 2 more caves to do. This one probably being the biggest one. And we're done. So we're making some good progress here. And I'm up and I'm standing and I'm moving around. I want to do that more. I know I want to. Ever since I went to the doctor and I actually saw what my weight was, I've been wanting to, like, slowly do more things to get more fit. Like, that's another thing too, is like one of the pressures that gets me wanting to wake up earlier is like, I want to wake up early enough so I have time to, like, in the morning just like get up and just walk around like the apartment complex for like a little bit, and then I come back and I start streaming. This is actually kind of fun, being able to like stand up and move around and all that. I gotta do that more. I gotta actually make use of my standing desk. I gotta make sure this is a worthy purchase, because I bought this desk like 7 years ago. And I've been just using it as my desk ever since. And every so often I'd have it standing, but like very rarely I'll have it actually be standing. Because I never really had much room in my room. And ever since I like sort of rearranged the layout of it, I like to do that sometimes. I like to just take my room layout and just like rearrange everything. Just because, like, when I come back to it, it's like, it's exciting again, it's fresh, it's not dull anymore. And, not only that, but also now I have more room to actually stand up and, like, just sort of pace around like this. It's actually kind of nice. Alright. Sorry about that. This one should be easy. This is a smaller cave. Just kind of going with the process. And I like this radio too. It's very nice, very chill. So I should probably mention that I'm working on a new redesign for Jimmy. And hopefully this should be the final one for at least a while. Because what I want to do is, for the textures for Jimmy, I want to work on them in Substance Painter. I still don't own it yet. I'm still trying to save up enough money to actually buy it. But, I want to work on his textures in Substance Painter, because that seems like the definitive, like, industry standard. It doesn't have to be industry standard, just like, I want a better texture editing software than just doing it in Blender. Because, like, Blender's fine and all, but, like, it doesn't really have a lot of options. Whereas Substance Painter is designed all, like, its whole thing is letting you do, like, textured work. So, and I've seen what people can do with it, with even, like, basic models, and I'm like, I gotta learn it. So, I also, like, I made, like, core design changes to Jimmy. Like, this model would work if I didn't want him to look older or, like, have a few proportions changed and stuff. Hopefully this should be the final design now that I'm making a bit more progress with my game. So... it's like, part of it's learning the software, and another part of it is, like, learning what, like, literally learning what I want the character to look like. Because, like, I'll make a design for the character, and I will continue writing the story I want to make, and then I'll think about it, and I'll be like, maybe it's a bit more of a mature story, so maybe I don't want the main character to be, like, 8 years old. Maybe I want him to be, like, 14 at least. I still want him to be young. I don't want him to be an adult. But, for the story I'm writing, it'd probably be a bit better if he was older. So, I did that, and then I figured out, like, things I want him to have. Like, I knew for a while I wanted him to wear, like, headphones. But, I didn't know for a while, that I really wanted him to have, like, a backpack, but I thought about it, and I think it would suit him to, like, have a backpack where he, like, carries his items in. And I even wrote down, like, a sort of game mechanic involving that. And hopefully it works good. But, like things like that impact, what I want the character to look like is why I, did I screw something up? I think I accidentally hit a key that I wasn't meant to. But yeah, design, like story / gameplay / figuring stuff out, as I continue making this is impacting what I want the character to look like, and that's one of the main reasons why I've been revising him so much. So hopefully this should be the final revision for a while. And I want to make, like, a little teaser with the new model when I end up making it. Not to say that the game's coming out soon or anything, but just to kind of show them off a little bit. Alright, I think that looks good. Let me add a subdivision. Let me make it simple. Let me add a shrink wrap. Let me add a solidify. Come on. I hate that Blender updated so you don't just have all the modifiers in, like, neat little rows. You have to actually open them up in a submenu. I don't really like that. It's like one more layer of thought that I have to give myself, because, like, I could easily find where all the modifiers are. Like, they still had these categories, like edit, generate, deform, physics. Like, they still had all those categories. They were just neatly organized in rows, but they were all there. So, like, I could just go to it. I know where it is in the menu. I could just click on it. Now I have to go in a sub menu. It's like I have to like find it in this like top-down list, and it's like, ugh, that's annoying. Cause like for a while I didn't really have to even think about it. Like I didn't even have to think that solidify was in the generate column. I just knew it was in the second column. But now I have to like think, oh god, what? I have to find like subdivision surface. Where's that? Oh, it generates mesh, so I have to. It's under generate, and then oh, there it is. It's like I don't want to have to think about it. I just want to select it. I literally just want to select it because I know where it is, and now it's like, ugh. Anyway, this is my rant. Solidify. Solidify. It's a modifier that generates mesh, so I have to go under generate, and then there it is. It's like like it's not that big of a deal, but like come on. I think that'll work. And then some of these like uglier looking edges I could just like put rocks over and stuff. Yeah, here I'm gonna probably have to really do some adjusting here. That can work. Now it doesn't look as ugly. This looks a little ugly over here. It's not that bad. I think that was fine. Probably add like a loop cut here and just like pull this point down. Just leave that like that. And I think that looks pretty decent. Alright. We're making some pretty decent progress here. We just got one more cave to go. And then we'll have all this mesh done. Just give me one more moment. I do have to just run to the bathroom really quick. And then when I come back, we'll work on this final cave down there, and it should be good. So, yeah, just give me a second. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I have returned. You gotta love basic human needs. Alright. We got one more cave to go, and then, I don't know. I'll see how I feel. See how I feel about, going on a little bit longer to maybe work on these textures? I don't know. I don't fully know how I want to go about doing them, so maybe I'll figure that out and then do it off stream, maybe? I don't know. So maybe not. But yeah, we're gonna get this cave done, at least. I do just wanna get rid of this box, though. I think that's an edge, right? Yeah. So I'm like, I wouldn't mind streaming for a bit longer. But if I don't know fully how to do something, then I don't want... I mean, that's the mindset, right? It's like, I don't want to stream something I don't know how I'm doing, because that'd be bad for content, but like, that's not the point of these streams, right? But I don't know. I just feel weird about trying to learn how to do something on stream. I don't know. It's just a weird thought. Got a plane. Bring it up against the wall. There it is. We don't have modifiers yet, but we need to make it in front. We'll just block out this area here, and then we'll worry about the modifiers. And I'll just do the walls first. Probably just do this wall going all the way down. Oh, come on. Thank you. Okay. Just kind of get underneath here a little bit. Sort of align these vertices
these up a little bit better. And I'll probably put another like big rock in this gap here. Or something. I don't know. Figure it out. Topology's a little weird on this one, but should be alright if I just smooth this out a little bit. Let me add the modifiers and then I'll adjust from there. So far, so good. I just gotta let me make this look a little bit better. Seems like the more vertices I add, the more smooth it looks. Oh man. Excuse me. I don't have any tissues in here, but I do have a paper towel roll. Oh, dang it. Alright. How's this look? Oh, this is a little bit sus. Other thing too, whenever I get affiliate, is I want to have like a soundboard with like a bunch of different sounds. So like, I want there to be like a channel point redemption, just one channel point redemption that says soundboard, and then you can like type in a number or type in a code or something, and then a specific sound will play. So I don't just have the channel point redemption thing just fill up with like individual soundboard things. It's another fun idea I had. Oh boy, please, I beg you. Please, I beg you. I think that looks good. This area's a little sus, but it's not that bad. And then, you know, I think I kind of want the ground to come up here, if it's possible. Just kind of make this gap a little bit smaller, if I can. I don't know. I might just end up putting something there. Or I just, you know, have this wall come down a little bit more. I'll still put something over this, but it won't be as big, so I don't have to worry about it as much. Or I could just do that. Or I could just do this. Just literally, there we go. Now it's, job's done, problem solved. Don't have a big gap there anymore. Okay, yeah, this looks really good. I like how this is turning out. And then, does it look good? Well, I still have to add a solidify. But up here, I just want to get the pivot point to work with me here a little bit. I gotta fix what's going on up here a little bit. But yeah, otherwise, I think we're doing pretty good. Oh, please, I beg you. Alright, let me add a solidify modifier now. Not by much, just by like a little bit. Should be good there. It's not really affecting the inside of this that much. I'd say that looks pretty good. Okay. I think this is where I'll leave it. So we have a total of 14 planes making up the entirety of this area that I built, and honestly, I really like how this came out. This looks really good. I might just end up having this wall just come down here. There we go. Come on. I'll add stuff anyway around the seam so it doesn't look like just a big obvious seam. But yeah. Just making a few nitpicky adjustments. There we go. We got ourselves a little desert, a little canyon with like some caves. And it looks great. It was really easy to just put together as well. Like, just being able to put like primitive shapes down and then just like sort of build these out, and they look like, not even having a texture applied to them, they look very natural. Like even just doing some like basic sculpting, like I could probably add a little bit more detail to some of these cliffs here. I just gotta make these look a little less sus. Because let's see. Yeah, you're at 3, you're at 3. That looks better. And I could probably do some sculpting to add some more detail to this side as well. Oh boy. Yeah, it's coming together. And it's looking really good. Yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll probably just end it here. Oh, God. I love how you enter from this side, and then you can either drop down. I don't know yet if I want to have fall damage or not. Maybe I will. To encourage you to go around. Because there's going to be different modes of, like, transportation. Like, as you get party members, you'll be able to, like, either ride them or have them carry you, and then they can, like, run faster. But yeah. Just the way the ground looks and everything, it looks really good, and, yeah, I am really proud of how this is coming together, like, especially with, like, these caves and all that, too. Like, oh, man. This is coming along. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll probably end it here. If I don't decide to stream tomorrow, then next stream will be on Friday. I'll probably have, if I don't already have this imported in the engine, then I will on Friday. And then I'll just, I don't know. We'll probably just browse Quixel Bridge and just place assets in the scene just to kind of like get a feel for how I want everything to look. And I won't use those assets. I'll probably make my own. Like maybe some assets I'll use, some I'll make myself. We'll figure it out. We just started working on this, so we'll just kind of see. We'll just kind of put stuff in and just kind of see how it feels. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you on Friday. So yeah, take care.